The party has hit the scene, but what do critics think about it? Let's take a look at some Mario Party Superstars reviews right now. Hello there, beautiful human. My name is RidersDX. Welcome to my channel, where today we're going to be taking a look at some more reviews of a brand new game, and this time it's Mario Party Superstars, which is like a compilation, I guess, of old mini games and party boards from previous Mario Party games, specifically the Nintendo 64 and GameCube ones. And so this is going to be pretty interesting because I'm a big fan of these, and I'm interested in seeing how people review these nowadays. Now, unfortunately, I did not get my hands on the actual game yet, so I can't really comment on the reviews themselves, but if you have the game, then definitely let me know what you think about them in the comment section below. We're going to take a look at both some positive and negative ones, and yeah, it's just going to be really interesting to see what people are saying about this. So the first one I want to get into is one by Gamespot, which gave the game a very interesting 6 out of 10. The video has a lot of dislikes, and so this will be pretty interesting to see what Gamespot actually said. One thing they were pretty critical of was actually the absence of motion controls in the mini games.
Making the game available to all types of Switch owners is a positive, but removing motion control games does paradoxically limit the types of players that can enjoy Mario Party Superstars. Take my daughter as an example. Motion control mini games were her favorite, as the intuitive controls allowed her to keep pace with her brother and grown-ups during a game session. She was much more disinclined to play Superstars because of this, and I can imagine many other little ones and many other casual players will feel the same way.
There's also just a criticism on the game's general concept, I feel like, because it basically was just saying that the game was just a been there, done that kind of thing. Like, there was nothing really new about it, and it lacked some of the innovations from the more recent Mario Party games.
The lack of motion controls just adds to the been there, played that feeling that permeates the Mario Party Superstars experience. This game, for better or for worse, is the Mario Party of old, which is fine for Gen Zers like me looking to scratch a nostalgia itch. But others more used to how Mario Party has evolved in recent iterations, even in its own gradual ways, will be a little disappointed. I miss, for example, some of Super Mario Party's additions, such as unique dice blocks that actually add a layer of strategy to the character you choose, as well as the soundstage mode that was frenetic fun to play with the kids. There's nothing wrong with classic Mario Party, but I've played that game before.
And then Gamespot pretty much concluded that if you want Mario Party, then you should just go for Super Mario Party on the same system.
Mario Party Superstar certainly provides the highs that the series is capable of, but unless you're restricted to playing on the Switch Lite or itching to play with a Pro Controller, there's a better version of this game available for you and your loved ones to play in Super Mario Party.
So the next review we got is from IGN actually, who actually really liked the game, giving it an 8 out of 10. So one thing they were really satisfied with was the board selection.
It helps that the 5 boards are some of the best designed in Mario Party's history. Yoshi's Tropical Island is an excellent starter board with an easy to understand layout and a fun twist involving the star marker swapping between its 2 islands. Spaceland, meanwhile, is a go-to when I want to play without any game-changing board mechanics and just get that pure virtual board game experience. Peach's Birthday Cake offers a completely different style of play by keeping the star in one position and sprinkling spots where you can plant coin or star-stealing piranha plants. Woody Woods forces you to think several moves ahead thanks to its constantly changing arrows that send you down different paths. And finally, Horrorland is a personal favorite of mine because of its fun day-night mechanic and a King Boo that can let you steal a star from every other player if you get a skeleton key, 150 coins, and are able to reach him while it's night. It's an insane Hail Mary win condition to shoot for, but if you're able to manage it, it's sure to be a story that you and your friends won't soon forget.
They also really enjoyed the presentation, praising both the graphics and the sound.
Developer ND Cube has done a fantastic job of bringing both the looks and sounds of these boards up to modern standards as well. Character models are pretty much identical to how they looked in Super Mario Party 3 years ago, but the remade boards are immaculately detailed, with Peach's Birthday Cake being a clear standout thanks to the hyper-realistic and delicious-looking snacks decorating the linear path around the cake. It also can't be understated that not only have all of the boards and nearly all of the 100 minigames undergone dramatic visual transformations, but they've also gained new instrumental arrangements for every song that accompanies them. You can even unlock the songs from the store and listen to both the classic and modern versions of each one in the data house, which is great because while the N64 songs still hold up, their modernized versions are even better.
They also really enjoyed the minigame selection overall, and so they overall had pretty positive things to say about this game.
At the heart of every good Mario Party game is its minigames, and fortunately almost none of the 100 that were cherry-picked from every numbered entry in the series disappoint. You've got your all-time classics like Bumper Balls, Shy Guy Says, Hot Rope Jump, Reverse-A-Bomb, and Book Squirm, just to name a few favorites. What makes these games so great is their sheer simplicity, plus a small added twist. Bumper Balls, for instance, is literally just a game about bumping your rivals off of a small circular platform while riding a bouncy ball. But the twist is that in order to knock an opponent off, you have to put yourself in a dangerous position by building up momentum and bumping them close to the edge, which puts you in prime position to get bumped off yourself.
The next review we got is the Washington Post, who also were very positive about this game, and so they started off by saying that Mario Party Superstars oozes with nostalgic charm, featuring remixes of the old music from each map, minigame victory screens, and more. The main hub is a carbon copy of the first Mario Party's world. You're sure to get tingles when first entering the central pipe to start the game. So clearly this is someone that really enjoyed the old Mario Party games and just enjoyed the surge in nostalgia that this game offers, because this game really is nothing but the old stuff, which is really great for people that are a fan of that. But one thing they were really impressed with, and one thing I'm actually really excited about once I finally pick up this game, is the speed of the game overall. The best, most understated feature of Mario Party Superstars is the overall accelerated speed of the game. Characters move across boards faster, and board events can be sped up with the press of a button. CPU-only events, like when they land on an item space, skip directly to the results. Finally, the excessive and slow animations of the franchise's most recent game, Super Mario Party, have been abandoned. These animations, from the victory celebrations to the cut-in reactions characters would have at board events, serve no functional purpose other than to slow down the game. By cutting them, Mario Party Superstars is faster and returns the series to the 20-turn 1-hour session format popularized by earlier entries. The next review we got is from PC Mag, who weren't as loving towards the game, giving it 3 out of 5 stars. One thing they really criticized was the amount of content that was in this game. Mario Party Superstars features 5 boards, 100 minigames, and 10 playable characters pulled from the series history. If this was new material, those would be reasonable numbers. Since this is a remake, I would have liked to see a much bigger scope. The previous Mario Party, Super Mario Party, featured 20 characters in 84 original games. 2 boards in Superstars, Peach's Birthday Cake and Yoshi's Tropical Island, come from the very first Mario Party, a game which offered 8 boards 20 years ago. Imagine Mario Party's answer to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, a grand celebration of everything in the series rather than the mere sample we have here. They also had a bit of an issue with the lack of motion control minigames as well. While you'll see a few minigames from Mario Party 8, 9, and 10, Mario Party Superstars pulls most of its minigames from the earlier 64 and GameCube titles. But that's not just for nostalgia's sake. Those games rely solely on button and analog stick controls. You won't find any DS touchscreen shenanigans or Wii era motion controls. On one hand, this means that Superstars will work whether you play it on a TV or in handheld mode, unlike Super Mario Party, which required detached single Joy-Con controllers. On the other hand, this also means that the game feels a bit basic. Not that Mario Party should be complicated, but control gimmicks at least mix things up for casual players. We also lose weird experiments such as combining multiple Switch tablets into one interconnected screen, something developer NDQ did with Super Mario Party and Clubhouse games. The final review that we got is from Nintendo Life, and they had a lot of positive stuff to say about the game, giving it an 8 out of 10.
But as the old saying goes, the real meat can be found in Mario Party mode, a mode which lets you Mario Party in Mario Party Superstars, tumble down a surprisingly long pipe in a clear nod to the original game that started the whole party off until you reach the board below. During said tumbling, you'll need to choose a character for each of the 4 players, with CPUs filling any slots not occupied by the meat machines you've selected to end your friendships with.
One small thing they praised was the amount of features you can use to tweak a game's specifications.
There's also a somewhat pleasing number of options to tweak a game's specifications, such as changing what kind of bonus stars will turn the tide at the end of the game, which is complete nonsense because I got the most number of coins and that's way more important than landing on event spaces, how many turns a game will last, up to 30, whether minigames should tell you what to do, and whether anyone should start the game with a star handicap. It's not a list of options that will set the world on fire, but it's a decent enough enough offering that you'll be able to happily adjust things to suit your party needs.
One feature they also talked about that was really cool, and which I'm actually really excited about, is the ability to quit a game and save your progress to come back to it later.
One thing we could have done but didn't because reviewing games requires you not to overlook something just because it's boring is quit and come back to that particular game later on. We knew this was an option before we got the game, and at first we just assumed it was a single option of either resuming an old party or starting afresh and forgetting that game in Spaceland where you rolled a 5 when you just used a triple dice item ever even happened. Not so as it goes, as the game will save up to 10 active games at once, which is a huge deal if you're hankering for a 30-turn game but you have an urgent breakfast meeting that you simply can't miss. On the flip side, if you're playing a shorter game and your croissant and coffee liaison is cancelled, you can even add turns to extend the game beyond its original lifespan up to the maximum of 30 turns. Nice.
This is pretty cool because some Mario Party games can get really lengthy, so this could be very well appreciated. Overall, Nintendo Life really enjoyed the game, and they especially liked the online play in particular.
But when it all comes down to it, Mario Party Superstars is just fun. There's a good reason people have been crying out for a return to the old ways, and even though it may be a little too safe in our opinion, we have exactly that right here. We couldn't tell you the last time we had this much fun with a Mario Party game, and even if the board offerings are a bit limited, a 30-turn jaunt around Horrorland is hard to top, and that's even if Birdo is a cheating cheater that couldn't possibly have got that many stars through legitimate means. And the best part of all this is that it can be done online with friends, or even strangers. Be it Mount Minigame's daily challenge or the more appealing prospect of Mario Party, it works almost as well online as it does as a technological hermit. The only caveat is that the games tend to take just a hair longer as other players examine the map, spend time deciding which item to purchase from the shop, and a bit of a delay between multiple dice rolls. It's super minor, and most importantly, it doesn't skip a beat when it comes to the mini-games, which, as I just said, is the most important thing. It may be a long overdue feature, but this time for launch, they've got it right.
So those are all the reviews that I was able to pull and show you all right now. And so while I haven't played a game, I can say that there seems to be a discrepancy between the positive and negative ones in terms of the fact that the positive ones seem to look at this game as a basic nostalgic trip, and we're really appreciative of the memories that this game brings up. Meanwhile, people that weren't as a fan of a game didn't like that this game was so much of the old stuff and didn't really include a lot of the features in newer Mario Party games. And so I think where it comes from is that some people like the fact that this was just nothing but old stuff because they're probably part of that crowd that really misses the old Mario Party games and wanted more of that, while there's this new crowd that really likes the new games and wanted like these old games to kind of be brought up to speed to modern expectations, I guess. And so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Which side are you on basically? Do you like the fact that it's mostly the old stuff, or do you kind of wish they brought up some of the new features as well into this new game? Let me know why or why not in the comment section. I'd be really interested in hearing your thoughts. And just, yeah, I definitely want to pick this game up eventually. I don't know when I'm going to, but I definitely do plan to eventually. So hopefully when that time comes, maybe we can play some matches together. I think that'd be pretty cool. But alright, y'all, thank you so much. This is Riders, riding out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Special shout out to my patrons, New Gamer Hub, Team Rattle Sign Gamer, Johnny Hinton Ortiz, Trash Q, Claw84. These are my patrons / YouTube members. If you'd like to become a patron or YouTube member and get access to a whole bunch of different perks, then please check out the links in the description box below. But alright, this is Riders, riding out.